When people start building endurance, they think that the cardio is the hardest part. It isn't. And this misunderstanding is what gets them injured commonly. In this video, I'll try to explain what's the most common mistake of the beginners and how to avoid it. So let's imagine that you're just getting into the endurance sports, for example, running. And in a couple of sessions, you already feel an immense improvement, right? The breathing becomes easier, the heart rate becomes calmer, the pace feels much more natural. And this happens pretty fast for a couple of reasons. First of all, the heart becomes more efficient per beat, so it increases the cardiac output. Also, respiratory muscles coordinate much better and breathing becomes much less wasteful. And nervous system economizes the movement and reduces the tension. So all of this creates an illusion that the body is ready to progress more and more in less and less amount of time, and it's a trap. Because what's not ready is your connective tissues. It's your tendons, ligaments, fascias, because they adapt much slower. There's a couple of reasons for that. First of all, they have much lower cellularity, which means that they contain much less active cells than the muscles, for instance. They have the ability to regenerate much slower. The second reason is that they have much lower blood perfusion than the other tissues. And the third reason is their structure. They are mainly made of the protein called collagen, and remodeling of this collagen is necessary for these tissues to adapt, and this remodeling process of this protein happens pretty slowly. So since endurance training involves the repetitive loading of these particular tissues, they are the most commonly damaged structures, and they are the main bottleneck in our progress towards better results. So despite my knowledge of anatomy and physiology, I became the victim of this illusion myself, because when I just started running, cardio was progressing really fast because I played a lot of football in my childhood. So, I became a little arrogant, and soon enough I developed the plantar fasciopathy. So I'd like to share 4 insights that helped me to avoid this kind of injuries after that. The first one is that I don't train by mood anymore, I plan ahead. And I don't mean like year-long plans or something like that, just a week. I should know what kind of training I'm doing during the week, what's the mileage that I need to cover, and what's the pace that I want to achieve. And I follow this plan, and doesn't matter how good I feel, how great my body is feeling, I accomplish that plan, and then I go home and rest. The second is to respect the repetitive load, not just intensity, because the session may feel easy on your cardio but heavy on the joints. So always notice what kind of feelings do you have in the joints. Is there heaviness? Is there irritation? Is there pain? Third one would be to support the adaptation directly. Based on the observation that you made during and after the sessions, you should do the work on that particular weak links that you have. Is that knee? Is that ankle? Is there feet? Fourth one is that I look at the recovery as the part of the training, as the part of the progress. I remember when I was a student, I used to sacrifice my sleep for studying. And it felt really good at the beginning, like it was grinding, and I was like in a role that I'm studying day and night, so obviously I'll make a progress faster than anyone. So soon enough it backfired, because obviously to be more productive you need more sleep. And once I started prioritizing sleep and reduce it, actually, the study hours, those study hours became much more effective. Same principle is in the endurance training. After the sessions, you should be really careful about the recovery, about the nutrition, about the sleep, because all of these will eventually contribute to your progress long term. So I always remind myself that the goal is not to impress somebody, or myself even, in week 2 or month 2, but I want to be still training after 2 years, after 10 years, and after 20 years. And for that, training should be done not only in a hard way, but also in a smart way.